Okay, so this next exercise is going to look at stretching out the joint structures of the thoracic spine, which is your upper back area. Kristen, go ahead and sit in bad posture again for me. So as you can see with Kristen here, her upper back here is curving quite a bit more forward than normal. It's normal to have a little bit, but if it curves quite a bit forward, what it actually does is, in order for Kristen to still interact with the world, instead of looking down, she has to create an extra reverse curvature in the neck, and that can put a lot of stress on the joint structures in here. So if we can get Kristen to be able to sit up more by loosening up the thoracic spine, it can reduce the increased curvature of the neck here and take stress off of those joint structures, possibly nerves that are leaving the spine and going down the spine in your arms, things like that. So how can we loosen this up? Well, there's a number of different ways, but today we're going to go over the thoracic spine extension using the back of a chair. And the chair that you want to select is something sturdy, nothing with wheels, of course, and something with a low to medium height on the back, none of those like throne chairs, I'm talking about. And something nice and sturdy in the back too, nothing that's going to lean back when you lean against the chair. We've chosen a standard wood chair, a lot of times a folding chair, like a metal folding chair, those will work okay. You might want to put a little bit of padding here. We've just put a blanket to soften it so it's not as painful to do. And we're going to be using the back of this chair as a fulcrum or a pivot point to try to get some extension to the thoracic spine. Extension would be the sitting up, flexion would be kind of slouching forward. So what I'm going to ask Kristen to do is to interlock her fingers and put them kind of in that curvature of the neck. And then if she brings the elbows not all the way forward, but just a little bit, that's going to keep her from getting the stretch too much into her neck. We want to really focus it on about the bottom of your shoulder blade here to almost the top of the shoulder blade. That's kind of the target region. And so when Kristen leans back, you want the chair to basically be right on that part of the spine. The lower part of the shoulder blade is a good starting point. And then what she's going to do is she's going to lean back and just use that chair as a fulcrum again to specifically stretch around that region. And so Kristen should feel, go ahead and come out of that, she should feel the stretch largely down by that. Now it could spread a little bit above or below that, but it should be around the area where the chair is touching her back. You go ahead and do a couple of those. Again, these are pressure on, so pressure on, pressure off. And sometimes I'll tell people to take a breath in as you go back, let those ribs expand a little bit, and then exhale as you bring the stretch back to the starting position. You're not going to stay in this stretch for long periods of time, just a few seconds. And then, since there are multiple levels to the thoracic spine, multiple segments, you're likely going to want to stretch multiple segments. And so in order to adjust your body position on the chair, you can actually scoot your bottom forward a little bit. In her case, this is going to bring the chair a little bit higher up in her back, so now she can hopefully get just a little bit higher up her back for this stretch. Get those thoracic segments stretched out there. And if you're a little short for your chair, one easy option, if you don't mind standing up real quick, just grab a pillow or two or three, whatever you need to do, to just bolster yourself up a little bit higher. Again, to get the back of that chair just starting out below the shoulder blades. So you can play around with stacking pillows a little bit or scooting down a little bit depending on your height, to really tweak this one just for you. Now in physical therapy, we would be able to complement a stretch like this by doing hands-on joint mobilizations, soft tissue work if necessary, and then this is commonly a home exercise that we give people to help make sure that that tissue's continuing to loosen up, stay loosened up between sessions, so that you can really get an edge on the flexibility of your thoracic spine. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. We're going to do one more where we're going to go over the pecs and stretching those out so you can get your shoulder blades back. And hopefully with these 3 exercises, you'll find that good posture is much easier to attain.